Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 13th of April 2022 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But before we begin, a small information. The PDF of the discussion will be available in our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. You can go and download it from there. Now let's look at the first question. Consider the following statements regarding the State Energy and Climate Index (SECI). First one, it is launched by theory and it is the first such index that aims to track the efforts made by states and UTs in the climate and energy sector. Second one, Goa emerged as the top performer in the small states category in SECI. You have to choose the correct option, A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. The State Climate and Energy Index, which ranks the states. So, as we know, anything with regard to competitive federalism, Niti Aayog is involved. Even it's the same here also. So here this is launched by Niti Aayog and not theory. So first statement is wrong, whereas the second statement is right because Goa emerged as the top performer in small states category. So correct option will be B2 only. Recently Niti Aayog launched the State Energy and Climate Index (SECI). It is the first index that aims to track efforts made by the states in the climate and energy sector. The states have been categorized based on the size and geographic differences as larger and smaller states and union territories. The index is based on 2019-20 data. It ranks the state performance on 6 parameters, namely DISCOM performance, access, affordability and reliability of energy, clean energy initiative, energy efficiency, environmental sustainability and other new initiatives. Gujarat, Kerala and Punjab have been ranked as the top 3 performers in the categories of large, while Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh were the bottom 3 states. Goa is the top performer in small states category, followed by Tripura and Manipur. Okay, and Punjab is the best performer in DISCOM performance, while Kerala topped in access, affordability and reliability category. Haryana is the best performer in clean energy initiative among large states, and Tamil Nadu is energy efficient category. Now let's look at the next question, the second question with regarding the Central Adoption Resource Authority. First statement, it is a statutory body of the Ministry of Home Affairs. Second one, the SCARA, which is Central Adoption Resource Authority, is designated as the central authority that deal with the inter-country adoptions in accordance with the provisions of the Hague Convention. So we have to choose the correct option, A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. So if you see Central Adoption Resource Authority, so if you see this is with regard to the children, and if anything is related to children, we have a ministry called Ministry of Women and Child Development. So it's not, so even here also this actually is a statutory body of Ministry of Women and Child Development and not Ministry of Home Affairs. First statement is wrong, but the second statement is right. So B2 only is the correct answer. So recently Supreme Court agreed to hear a plea seeking to simplify the legal process for child adoption in India. The CARA has been set up as a statutory body by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. It functions as a nodal body for the adoption of Indian children and is mandated to monitor and regulate in-country and inter-country adoptions. The CARA is designated as the central authority to deal with inter-country adoptions, and it primarily deals with adoption of orphaned, abandoned and surrendered children through its associated recognized adoption agencies. Now let's look at the third question with reference to use of nanotechnology in health sector. Which of the following are correct? First one, targeted drug delivery is made possible by nanotechnology. Second one, nanotechnology can largely contribute to gene therapy. You have to choose the correct option, A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. This is a 2015 CSE question. The correct option is C, both 1 and 2. So nanotechnology is something which deals with materials which has a physical range of 1 to 100 nanometers. The research on nanotechnology covers many fields like health, food, computing, textile, energy, transport, space, etc. In drug therapy, we face difficulty in efficacy and non-specific effects. Hence, nanotechnology is being developed for targeted drug therapy, and also it is useful in the gene therapy as well. Now let's look at the fourth question. Recently, the 2+2 dialogue between India and US was in news. That's why we have asked this question. So first statement, it is the highest level institutional mechanism between two countries where the defense and foreign ministers or secretaries meet with their counterparts from another country. Second one says that India holds 2+2 dialogue only with USA. You have to choose the correct statement, A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. The correct option is A1 only, because India holds 2+2 dialogue with countries like Japan, Australia as well, not only with USA. The second statement is wrong, but the first statement is right, because it's the highest institutional level mechanism for the joint talks between the defense and foreign ministers and secretaries. So the fourth 2+2 dialogue between India and US is underway in Washington DC. It's a highest institutional level mechanism between the countries. It's a format of dialogue where the defense and foreign ministers and secretaries meet their counterparts from another country. India also holds such talks with Japan, US, Australia, even with Russia also we have one such thing. Now let's look at the fifth question. Consider the following statements with regard to the launch vehicles of India. First one, PSLV launches satellites useful for Earth resource monitoring, whereas GSLV is designated mainly for launch of communication satellites. Second one, PSLV appears to remain permanently fixed in the same position in the sky as viewed from a particular location on the Earth. You have to choose the correct option. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. The first statement, if you see, the PSLV Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle is used for launching satellites to low Earth orbits. So low Earth orbit satellites basically is useful for the resource monitoring. So, and also the GSLV geosynchronous satellite launch vehicles are designated mainly to launch communication satellites, because the communication satellites are placed in the orbit which is at a distance of about 36,000 kilometers, which is the high Earth orbit. So the first statement is right. But the second statement, if you see, satellites launched by PSLV appear to remain permanently in a fixed place, it is said. But if you see, the geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle takes satellites to the geosynchronous transfer orbit, and the satellites which are there in this geosynchronous transfer orbit, those satellites only will appear to be at a fixed position in the sky, but not the satellites which are there in the low Earth orbit, and that orbit is at a height of 36,000 kilometers. The orbit which appears, or you can say the satellites which are in that orbit, which appears to be at fixed place, is at a height of 36,000 kilometers. So the second statement is wrong, but first statement is right. So A 1 only is the correct answer, right? So in 2021, a high-level panel was established to examine the failed GSLV F10 Earth Observation Satellite UPSC mission and recommend measures for making the cryogenic upper stage more robust. And rest of the details I've just explained. You can pause the video and just go through them again. Right? So that's it, guys, from my side. And before I leave a small information, we are providing Vision Prelims Test Series Summary, Vision Monthly Magazine Summary, and Vision Mains Test Series Summary. You can get these summaries at free of cost. You can subscribe to these summaries by paying these fees, and you can get them. You can get their samples at free of cost from our Telegram channel. Okay, all the samples are available in our Telegram channel. You can go and check it from there at free of cost. But if you want to subscribe them, you have to pay this. The old students are getting a discount of 25%, whereas the new students get a discount of 15% if you subscribe all of them. You can check the quality of them in our Telegram channel itself, and if you have any queries, just get back to us. That's it, guys, from my side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.